my first outing of the exhibition series was the first time I'd thrown to Russell Martin the entire spring. And I love Ross, he's great. But first slider I threw, he'd never seen me pitch. So he'd probably seen me pitch, but he'd never caught me. Didn't know how my ball moved. And first slider, swing and miss, backs up. So I'm trying to make a team. I'm trying to make a team. So I ended up with double play and 2 strikeouts in an inning. That was fun. And got told, hey, get on the bus going to the Yankees. You made the big league roster. As we go on that bus, one of the guys like, hey, no, the minor league bus is that way. No, I got told to make it the big leagues. I'm like, all right. And then got traded for Jesse Chavez that offseason.
Right.
After I said I was a Habs fan in Leafs territory.
Oh, that'll do it.
So
you and
that doesn't happen again.
You and Russell Martin were the only Habs fans.
Yep. So that was the year we were playing.
We'll get to that, by the way.
Yeah,
we're going to get to the tough questions. We're going to get to the Montreal.
They were playing Ottawa. I still remember sitting on the bus watching on an iPad. They were playing Ottawa in the playoffs, I think, one year. And then in that offseason, it wouldn't have been the playoffs. It would have been the season was just starting around the playoffs time. So we were watching that game and,
that's funny.
Get into it.
So it's hard enough to imagine how an Aussie became a Major League Baseball player, but we ask the tough questions on this. How does an Aussie become a Montreal Canadiens fan?
So there's been 37 Aussies all time in Major League Baseball.
Okay.
Curtis Mead is the most recent one. The first was Joe Quinn back in the 1800s.
Really?
Yeah, so he's technically the longest tenured. I think I want to say we have 3 guys that have 10 years of service time. And I think that's Graham Lloyd, Peter Moylan, and Grant Balfour.
You'd be the 4th.
I think so. I'm not entirely certain because service time's hard to find for whatever reason. They kind of shy about it. And as far as the Habs fans, so my wife grew up skating. And so skating, hockey kind of go hand in hand. And so I was trying to get into a sport, and she goes, no, you need a man sport where they hit each other and they've got no teeth and they play through things. And so, hockey fan, so I like local teams. I was in Fort Myers at this point, so you just go down to the Everblades games and stuff like that. And I loosely fan. She goes, no, you need to follow hockey. I'm like, look, I struggle without a team to barrack for, a team to root for. So she goes, okay, well, she spent a little bit of time in Quebec City growing up. So Quebec City, Nordiques aren't there anymore. I'm more of a Habs guy, and the Habs just happen to be on a decent streak at this point. So, the middle of the Carey Price brain, and so look, okay, Habs fan, and still to this day, she says the worst decision she ever made. Because I watch every game, I'm full bore into it, and it's become more of an obsession than anything else. I've got the PK Subban signed jersey at the house, I've got the Max Pacioretty signed hat, I've got a Gallagher, a Caulfield, a Suzuki, a Price jersey at the house. Fun enough, my wife just won a Bobby Orr signed Massachusetts number plate at the Make-A-Wish Gala in Arizona. So she's excited about going to the Bruins games. I'm excited. I love hockey. If they're not playing Montreal, I'll go for them. I don't care. I just love hockey.
But that's like a Yankee fan saying, I'll cheer for the Red Sox tonight. I mean, that's
I know, it is a very big
remember
rivalry.
who you're talking to.
It is a very big rivalry. But I'm really hoping the fact that they just think they know that I'm a hockey fan and a sports fan, and I'm going to embrace everything in Boston.
Yeah. We'll get you and Marchand. We'll get you and Marchand together. He'll try to convince.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. I love meeting the guys. I still remember I played catch with Steven Stamkos in Toronto. A lot of the Toronto or Canadian hockey players around the league, they love the Jays. Yeah. So they'll come out and they want to be around. So I remember all he wanted to do was dive in the 6 hole and field a ground ball and throw it to first. That's what he wanted to do more than anything. He didn't want to hit BP. He goes, I've done that before. I want to field a ground ball. So I was playing catch with him. I was the first baseman. I was doing all this, and it was great.
That's funny.
So if any of the Bruins guys wants to come out and do that, I am available and I am around.
Trust me, they do. Because I
kind of want to take a slap shot.
It's hard. Well, we got to take that. Have you ever skated?
No, I'm very bad.
Okay.
Yeah, my wife refuses to teach me because I don't know how to fall yet.
Yeah, don't.
And until I'm done
don't do that. Your ankles have been okay.
I do have some roller blades in my car right now.
I feel like the ankles are the only thing you haven't had worked on. Don't skate yet.
Yeah, the ankles I'm not worried about. The falling and ruining that.
Don't.
We have an Eddie Alvarez here.
Yeah, he can teach us. So
he can teach me how to skate.
Yeah. Zach Kelly's a huge hockey fan.
Yeah.
Big Capitals fan. So
Oh, then
it's been a
my
rough
wife
go
will
for
like
him.
him then. She loves Ovi.
Yeah, well, that's like liking Jeter. It's okay.
Exactly.
He plays the game.
But
you I've never said this to an Aussie in my life, not that I've talked to a lot of Aussies, but you almost have a hockey mentality.
Similar.
You know what I mean? I don't know if Australian rules
Apparently,
football is the same
my wife thinks
mentality.
I have a goalie mentality.
Yeah.
So we're a little odd.
I can see that.
So,
Yeah, a little odd, and it's sort of your will.
Yeah.
My son was a goalie for a while. There's an old saying in hockey: "My will against your skill."
Yeah.
It's like you were saying before. I don't care how good you are. I may not be as good, but you're not going to beat me.
Yeah. And whoever comes in the box against me, it doesn't matter what their number they're wearing, what uniform they're wearing. It's time to go, and I'm going to beat you, and I want to embarrass your family. I want you to suck so badly, and there's that bat that your family disowns you.
You ruined their Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like they're all
100%.
talking about it.
Yeah. That's the goal every single time.
I'll ask you finally, and we appreciate the time on this. But just how much? I mean, you were a fiery guy on the mound. But when you go through something like what you've been through, how much does it change your perspective?
Not so much as far as on the mound stuff, because a lot of it is manufactured. A lot of it is, I'm a fiery guy and I have white line fever, and any little thing that you do that I deem wrong or irresponsible or anything like that, I take offensively. And that's just the way I have to do things to be able to get myself in the right frame of mind. And I'd never heard that put into words until Jordan said it on The Last Dance. Like, he goes, I took that personally. I take every little thing personally. Whether it be the fact you took 1 second too long to get in the box, whether it be anything along those lines, whether you take a big swing or anything like that, it's absolutely everything I can to get an edge. That was harder coming back because, as you said, my first game back was in Gwinnett. Their manager was Matt Tuiasosopo, who I played with in 2014 in Buffalo. And he had organized them to come out and applaud me when I'm coming in. It's really hard to be angry at people when they're applauding you for just, I don't know, walking on a field. That was hard to do, but it was also one of the best things I could do because it happened in AAA, and then I was able to kind of get out of that in the big leagues. And my one save last year came in at Yankee Stadium, and that was a weird kind of mix because some people were cheering because I was playing, and then there were other people that were like, I don't care what he's been through. We're down by 2 runs. We're the Yankees. We're going to wipe the floor with him. So it was a weird concussion. There was booing and also cheering, which is an odd thing to hear in Yankee Stadium for a visiting player specifically. Apparently they do that in the playoffs to their favorite players. But it was a weird situation in that regard. But I think it all has been a lead up to me getting back again. It's all been a lead up that you have to go through experiences, you have to live through things before you really understand how to deal with them. And last year was that year for me. I used a lot of those experiences, and now I'm trying to get back, and now I'm trying not to piss too many people off in our own clubhouse because I'm a lot.
2023 Major League Baseball Comeback Player of the Year, leading candidate to do it again in 24.
And also a registered minister. I got ordained the other day.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I got bored.
Did you do that down here?
Yeah, I went to just on the website.
Okay.
But I went to dinner with my agent. My agent got ordained to marry his brother.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm like, what was this process? Was it bad? He goes, no, it was easy. All right. So ordered a bang bang shrimp at Bonefish, and then I got ordained. I got the certificate yesterday.
What do you think your first act will be as a minister?
Messing with someone in our clubhouse. So I got some marriage certificates. Gonna try and play that off and do something with that.
We got to arrange something at Fenway where you gotta preside over some.
Yeah. Is Wally married?
Well, Tessie's his sister. That'd be weird. You can't do that. But maybe we could find someone.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that can be my first official marriage. I can marry Wally. I got nothing to do
to be continued. You got too much time. I'm worried about that. I'm worried about the too much time on your hand. It might be good that you're going with the team.
That's why I need to travel. Yeah. This is why I need to travel. Because one, I've been married for 10 years as of November of last year. I really would like to make it to 11. And if I'm at home any longer, I'm afraid for my wife's sanity.
Oh, there's no doubt. The secret to a happy marriage is make sure you're away a little bit.
Yeah. So.
My wife, we're just every January, and we've been married 32 years, but every January it's like, is it spring training soon?
It's like 3 weeks into the off season. She's like, when are you leaving? When can you just go work out somewhere so you can get out of the house?
Where do you stay the off season?
Arizona.
Okay, so I just want to
we
make sure.
had our house here.
Yeah.
When I came up with the twins,
Right,
so we've kept that here. And then we may spend more time down here now because of that, obviously.
But your HAB stuff, I want to make sure it's safe in Arizona.
Don't
bring it to Boston.
It's in Arizona. It's not going to come to Boston unless, if there's a chance there's a game on it. Was it TD Bank, TD Stadium,
TD Garden.
TD Garden. You will see me if they play Montreal in full Montreal Gala. I do not care. I'm more of a fan of the people who are fans of their team without wavering, without saying they're going to be the worst team ever, without wavering, without doing anything. I am a fan of those people because this is my team. I do not change. I do not challenge. I do not worry. Yeah, they suck. They're not having a great season. But in retrospect with other teams, I don't want to say that they suck. But
right.
And if they're not having a great year, it doesn't change my allegiance. It doesn't waver my love for that organization, my love for that team. I value that more than anything else. You know what? If you're a Red Sox fan, be a Red Sox fan. If you're a Yankee fan, be a Yankee fan. If you're a Mets fan, be a Mets fan and don't waver. Yes, they may be going through some lean years, but you know what? Those lean years make those good years way sweeter.